Welcome everyone. Welcome after the break. Hopefully you are enjoying, this Coach Summit, right? A great initiative by the SS Gurus. So definitely a lot of learning, since the evening. And I would like to welcome you to this post-dinner session. I am a bit afraid of the post-lunch sessions, where people drowse. I'm not sure what is going to happen in the post-dinner session. Right. So I'll request you guys, if you could come on camera, that would be great. And give me some sort of feedback as well, right? Things going good, not really going good. I'll really appreciate that. See, in the half an hour or 45 minutes, right, we cannot discuss more. This, what I believe is this conference is more to get connected and listen, from our fellow colleagues, right? That is what I think should be our primary objective, right? So, cool. With that, let me get started. Right. So, are we good, Satish, to go ahead? Right.
Yes, Rohan. I'm
Sure.
good.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Right. Cool. Yeah. So that's me. I took a especially, a good photo. So my name is Rohan. Overall, I have around 23 years of experience in the IT industry. And today, I am going to touch base about, what are my views around business agility. A lot of eminent speakers have already spoken so far. We saw business agility, enterprise agility, we saw agile, mentor, right, coach, um, general coaching, agility coaching, right? A lot of interesting discussions from here. But yeah, what I think, definitely this is very helpful, right? And I'm going to take this baton ahead. You know, tomorrow or Monday, maybe when you get back to your office, you'll again get into the metrics, right? You will be asked, how do you get these things implemented? So I'm going to talk a bit about it, and I'll try to do some short demos, if possible. Some of it I'll try to share screenshots, and I've come up with the tools which we can use. I'm a black belt in Safe Collaborate. I like that a lot. I've worked in Jira Align, and in my recent stints, I got to use Jira Align at the enterprise level. That's where you roll out enterprise agility or business agility. And in one of the engagement, I worked on AHA roadmap. So I feel let me try to give you a good idea of it. So yeah, I am an SPC, LPM, RTE, right, working, and trying to help a lot of organizations. As a safe trainer, I wanted to give this disclaimer as well, right? I might be a bit biased. Uh, right, I have been, into a lot into safe trainings. Although I know, a lot of people are in favor of safe. There are many more who are not in favor of safe, but there may be some kind of bias. So this slide also shows that this is the disclaimer. I am too much into safe, and these are some of the organizations where I got a chance to work on. And working with these organizations, um, it comes to our mind, right? What is the business really wanting to do? In fact, whenever I jump into an engagement or I'm pulled into an engagement, my first question to the sponsor, to the end clients is, what is that which is not working for you? Why do you need to change? I don't know. Isn't that, what do you guys feel? Isn't that a relevant question? You know, no one really wants to change if their existing ways of working, they are able to suffice, right? If I'm happy with, a particular thing, why am I going to try a new cuisine, or why am I going to experiment? Why am I going to spend a lot of money? Of course, agile coaches come at a great cost, right? So my very first question before starting, and of course, this is a coach summit, right? That is why I take this liberty that what is really mattering for the business? Are they not able to build the right stuff? Is alignment missing? What is really happening? So from, I'm going to show you a list of 10 things, which of course can be customized, right? I got involved into various engagements sometimes because they felt the team was developing crap. Someone was developing one component, others had dependencies, they were not able to release to their end clients. In fact, I did join one engagement where they said that for 3 years, the team was not able to release anything to their customers. So they felt that was a waste of time. Therefore, someone suggested get an agile coach, and I was brought in over there. In one of my another engagement, they said, this team has 500 bugs. So they wanted someone to prioritize those bugs for them. And, it came that they thought, let's involve an agile coach and see why are these defects happening, right? What is the problem? So various, these are actually my clients, where I was trying to help them. So the first question, of course, is, are we building the right stuff? Is there alignment? Are there bottlenecks? What is the problem? Otherwise, are the teams able to prioritize work? We hear, right, and in fact, many times our clients also tell us that we are working in a VUCA environment, right, where everything is volatile, the business keeps on changing, and they want those changes to be implemented right away, right? Well, we can do it. Can we get rid of whatever we were doing? No, the answer is no. In addition to whatever you're doing, the expectation is to get more things. So, how to do the priority, how we are going to do the strategic alignment. Many times the clients, they are looking for reports. Of course, at some point we had strategic reports, once in a quarter. Then there were monthly reports. Even the sprint level reports or the iteration reports were fine. But I was working with one of the clients where they were so skeptical that they wanted an hourly report. What is the team doing? So much distrust, right? There was so much distrust in the system that they wanted an hourly report. What happened this hour? What happened that hour? And right, the general culture being an on-site offshore model was they were having like 2 stand-ups every day, and on top of it, these reports. So what is the problem? Where are we lacking
అది
the
అది
visibility?
నేను అది తెచ్చుకొని సౌండ్ తక్కువ
Right. So that is what we are trying to figure it out. Are we really able to prioritize the work or manage the dependencies, right? The third thing which I observe is quality. Of course, I spoke about quality, how to drive a relentless improvement. Those are the key things, and how to build the trust, right? So, in order to bring business agility, what we need to understand is, how are we going to track it? Everyone talks about business agility. How are we going to track it? How are we going to measure it? How we are going to continuously improve. We may have done one iteration, one PI, one planning, maybe in a not so good way. How are we going to improve? So that is what, primarily I am trying to give you an idea. Of course, as I mentioned, right, cannot really go far. So these stages, of course, like shuhari, a Japanese term where we say, first we are trying to implement the practice, right? We are going to bring about some amount of discipline. Then we are going to master the practices like, being agile. And ultimately, if we feel that we have matured to that level, where now, these boundaries do not really help us, then we can go to the third stage where we can say, we can think of some new methods, or, we want to break the barriers. So scaled agile provides this business agility, where across these 7 core competencies, right, we can rate. Now, the way in which SAFe recommends to do the measure and grow, it's called the measure and grow. You can find, I have shared the link as well. I can show you the tool, wherein across the entire business, right, not across a Scrum team, not across a program, that is, the Scrum team is covered in the team and technical agility. To some level, at a product level, we can work in the APD, right? But we want the entire organization to collaborate. We want the marketing, we want the legal. I have worked for a lot of compliance. I've worked for a lot of banks where compliance is the most important, right? And most people leave that. And later we try to patch in compliance, right? So that's a big problem. So SAFe provides this tool, and if I were to show you, yeah, I think let me show you that tool. Right. So it comes in the form of an Excel sheet. You can very well go to the Scaled Agile website and have a look. If we are talking about team and technical agility, there are some questions which you can answer from 1 to 5. Are you going in the right direction? Similarly across all of this. And it is going to give you this nice kind of a radar, right? It is going to be a meeting where we will be discussing the improvement plan. So that's one of the team tool, which Scaled Agile provides. And as I mentioned, you can go over here to this link and find it out. The second thing, a lot has been already spoken about the estimation accuracy, right? And the people, most of the teams, they just go by the numbers, or they keep debating on the story points. But if we provide transparency, as I was mentioning a bit earlier, it is going to change completely. Right. If the team is not going to update whatever tools they have and put everything on the last day, there will be questions. Whatever you did, even if you did a good amount of work in less time, it will be questioned, right? The team's efficiency will be at question. Well, if you see a straight line, everyone knows, right? It is already cooked. So I recommend that every day during the daily stand-up, right, before coming to the daily stand-up, the Scrum Masters, Agile coaches, they should ensure that the team is giving the status as is, right? What exactly is happening on the ground? So then, a lot of people who are facing the issue, whether the story points were estimated correctly or not, that is going to go away, because day on day, you're going to get an idea. You need to see these cumulative flow diagrams, which are going to help you to identify where are the bottlenecks. If these diagrams are not coming, like kind of parallel, that means that there is discrepancy, right? Over here, if you see no work has been achieved, over here you see the flow is less, somewhere you see the flow is more. This is a cause of concern, probably there are some bottlenecks over here. That is what, we want to identify, right? So this is the overall context, where these kind of tools are going to help us. So let me give you a demo. As I mentioned, Safe Collaborate is a tool you get along with your Scaled Agile membership. So anyone, if you have done, say, Safe Agilist or Safe Scrum Master, POPM, any kind of course, you automatically have access to this. Please go to the Scaled Agile website, community.scaledagile.com. You can log in, and over there you will find there are 150 templates already. All of these templates are available. So this is a sample retrospective I conducted, for one of the team. So this board could be set up in 2 or maximum 3 minutes. That is it. In fact, I will be showing you a demo, how you can get to this sailboat retrospective, right? It's a nice, quick retrospective technique, and you can export this as a JPEG, or if there are any other tools your organization is using, you can export it, in the form of an Excel sheet, right? If you see both the table and the board views are there, and you can get quick feedback from the team. This is another, there are a lot of interactive exercises, so you can find the Scrum Master's roles and responsibilities. This is one of the game which I like to conduct during every training I'm doing, right? I encourage the teams, everyone can participate, drag, drop, and see how it really, how they can use these kind of tools. So as I mentioned, I wanted to give a demo. Anyone already having experience with this? Have you tried it up already? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suresh mentioned as yes.
Okay. Have you already tried it? Right. So in order to access, you have to go to community.scaledagile. Now, if you go to the website, over here, you can click on implement. And by this, you can go to Safe Collaborate. So in this template section, right? So as you see, I have done more than 175 events. Actually, I have conducted close to 200 trainings in Safe, and I do it using Safe Collaborate. And if you click on the template section, right, you will see all the kinds of templates which are available. I did share a couple of them with you. So apart from that, you can have a look. You can create journey maps. You can create personal canvas. You can have value stream identification workshops, right? A lot of templates are available if you want to do the value stream mapping. Whichever template is recommended by Scaled Agile, you will be able to see all of them over here. So suppose if we want to do, say, the sailboat retrospective, right? So I wanted to show you how quickly you can conduct retrospectives, right? Particularly Scrum Masters. So, if you just search for it and we give it name, SS Summit. So it's that easy, right? You will be able to see that within moments, right? You can create this kind of a sailboat retrospective. How do you share it with others? You just click on the forum link, the forum number, 9-digit number, which you see over here, it gets copied and you can just paste it in the chat link. I have pasted this in the chat link. So in case if you guys want to join, right, you can join the forum and whoever joins, I will be seeing their name over here. So it is that easy, right? You can set up quick links within minutes. In case some of you want to try, you can use that. So similarly, there are more than 150 templates, right? If you want people to collaborate, work together, they can come up with these kind of templates, right? So that was a bit about Safe Collaborate. The next tool I want to show you is Jira Align, right? So Jira Align is a new product which has come, right? And I will be, very happy to show you how it works. So for those who are not aware, particularly in Scaled Agile, we have the requirement hierarchy, which starts from the strategic themes, which we measure in the terms of OKRs. And these impact our vision. So we have to document our vision. Then we have to come up with the epics. These epics will be broken down into features and then they will be broken down into stories. Why are we discussing this? Because many times people fail to ask this question to their clients, right? How is my work related to the enterprise? What difference I am making, towards this enterprise? Right. So regardless, so SAFE has propagated this model, but in case you want to get business agility in your organization, the first thing is to document and at least get, what we call the portfolio canvas ready, wherein you want to document what are the solutions that we are creating and how does it tie to the enterprise. So that is where all this link starts. So if you see, I have taken this from the Atlassian website, right? So Jira Line, I cannot show you because of client restrictions. I was trying to get permission, but could not really get it. So in Jira Align, we can document what is the strategy and how we are going to measure it, right? A lot has been already said about OKRs. I believe now, you might be familiar that at the enterprise level, we will have to measure the objectives and the key results. So how are we going to measure? And if I am doing a particular task or I am doing a particular story, is there one step which I am moving ahead, or am I working backwards? Right. So we need to give this kind of visibility for our team, which is the most important, for other teams to collaborate, as well as, as I was speaking about the reports, or as I was talking that the management is continuously pressurizing, interfering, right? So we need to make it highly visible. And the Jira line is that tool, which I have seen that in which the documentation um, starts right from the strategy level. At the strategy level, we get the OKRs. These can be broken down into various kind of strategic themes. Then there are portfolios, at the epic level. So this is going to give the enterprise the complete visibility. It is going to give the portfolio a complete visibility. So in Jira, right? So Jira line is 100% compatible with Jira, of course. And Jira, will work at a program at the team level, wherein you can have the kind of features your team is working on, stories, tasks, right? So they can be very well documented over here. This software creates great, snapshots. We can call them roadmaps. When are we going to deliver? How the delivery is going to happen. So a lot of questions which your senior management has, are we on track to achieve agility, business agility, enterprise agility, right? However hard, so, from the morning we are saying, okay, we need to encourage everyone. Ultimately, you'll be measured by using, these kind of reports. So, right from the top to down, this gives us a linkage, right? Let me show you. As I mentioned, I could not really grab, uh, the actual software. I cannot show it, but let me show you how the strategic intent and outcome is aligned. And over here, you will see, real-time screenshots as well. Right. Let me share the sound as well. Okay.
Hello, everyone. In this video, we will be covering strategic intent and outcome alignment in Jira Align. This is the strategy room for the enterprise. Configurable dashboard rooms like this can be found at every menu level on the left. In this room, you can view, add, or change your organizational mission, vision, and values. On the right, you have the ability to track execution against outcomes and also progress of different work level items. Your strategy can be created, modified, and prioritized within the strategic backlog. An effective strategy includes goals, where decisions are made and prioritized. Those goals are then aligned with investment themes to which work will be connected to. Creating and maintaining the connections between strategy and any work that will support the strategic goals is key to making all work visible and ensuring that everyone is working towards the same shared outcomes. Once goals and themes are set, product and portfolio owners and solution or release train engineers can break down these themes into the largest work item in Jira Align. Now, Jira Align allows platform-wide configuration of all work item names. And in this case, we've decided to call these large work items portfolio epics. Coming back into the strategy room, organizations can define and measure objectives and key results directly in Jira Align. The OKR heat map provides a visual overview of how you're doing on achieving the different levels of strategic goals and objectives, PI over PI. Drilling down within the OKR tree, it can show you the alignment of team level objectives and key results at the team, program, portfolio, up all the way to the strategic goals as well. To summarize, the strategy room provides a unified view of your organization's short and long-term strategies, objective, key results, and the overall execution of that strategy. Thank you. It can show you the alignment.
Okay, I'm going to do two things. First of all, I'll be sharing, the link to this video so that those who are interested, they can come back, have a look. But, what I like to share is in my current engagement, when I created this kind of a tree, right, where what is the objective at the topmost level, what are the key results, whatever feature we are working on, how it is helping to measure that key result. It ties to the story as well, right? In this feature, you are working on a story. So for those knowledge workers, right, those who are working in the team, they get a clear-cut picture, where this particular requirement is coming from, how are we going to measure it? And if you see, right, how much progress we have made, it becomes directly visible. So, irrespective, right, whether you're following this kind of strategy or not, what I'll request you, in case you're moving towards agility, try to come up with these metrics which tie with the success of the organization. So, the points which I raised earlier, are we prioritizing? Are we doing the right thing? Is it transparent, right? Everyone will be aware that we are working, probably for something which is not our organization strategy, right? And these were the kind of discovery sessions, we have with our clients, wherein with the help of these teams, right, as you see, we are reverse engineering and trying to prove that something else has to be done. What is that? Of course, all of you will have to figure it out and, work it within your organizations. So, yeah, I have found, this tool really helpful. And as you see, right from the top, the mission is documented, the vision is documented, the value is documented. So I am working as a lean portfolio manager and trying to ensure that all the engagements, have these correct things documented. What are the outcomes we are looking at, and how, while filling the tool, everyone sort of realized, how are we going to get the value, right? So with that, I definitely feel that there are very good tool, it is over here. If you see the dependencies, right? So this is how the dependency wheel is mapped, wherein we can clearly see what are the dependencies of different teams in Jira. Over here, you can see the program boards, you can see the roadmaps, right? So there are a lot of, these kind of tools by which, we can ultimately track, how a particular organization is doing. So hopefully, you got at least some idea. I know a lot of you might still be scratching your heads. Right. So feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. You can find me as Rohan Agile Coach, or you can, maybe we'll share the link as well. You can connect. And I keep conducting a lot of certification trainings, be it Safe Agilist or the POPM. I more specialize on the LPM, which is Lean Portfolio Management. In case you are trying to figure it out, at a senior level, what should I do? So Lean Portfolio Management is the way to go, or the release train engineer. Or if you are not aware of Scaled Agile and looking for certification, you can get in touch with me. So with that, I'll open it up for questions, any kind of questions, anything which I can help you with. Any tool, so I demonstrated safe collaborate. So let
So
me.
Rohan,
Yes.
just a minute, please. Yeah. So one of the question is, we actually understand that particular business agility health radar chart, right? What is
Yes.
that you have shown? So the point is when we are really implementing it, right? We actually take portfolio by portfolio, no? Because we cannot really boil the ocean in one go to actually implement it at a entire organization level, right? So just
Of
wanted to know it.
course. Yes. So we will be doing it, as you mentioned, one by one, right? Team by team. So, we have to, when we are doing team and technical agility, is one team mature? And it may happen that one team may be mature, another team may not be mature. They may be still following Kanban, or it may be outsourced to the suppliers. So what we are going to do is, we are going to share the questionnaire. As I shared the questionnaire, you can go and find it at Measure and Grow. And then we are going to have a discussion, and we have to jointly agree. It is like story point, right? Where everyone comes and we agree, whether we are a 1 or a 2 or a 3, is there a need for improvement or there is no need for improvement? These are very relative numbers, right?
Yeah.
So in that
No.
way, we conduct the business agility assessment.
Yeah. So the only challenge or only thing what I see is typically the value stream differs to a significant extent in a product-based company versus a captive unit versus a IT-based service industry, right? Because first we
Yes,
need to define the value stream before we go to the
exactly.
step of optimizing the value stream, right? So that is where I was just trying to understand based upon your experience, like no, because in
Yes,
when the context changes, the value stream changes. So,
of
so just
course.
wanted to know how do you handle it, please? Any
Yes,
thoughts?
so I have done these kind of assessments right at the team level. So at all levels we have to do it. And of course, working as a LPM, right? I was working as a lean portfolio manager. There were a couple of value streams which were not even bothered, right? They were not even value streams. A couple of kind of projects, right? They had given it outsourced, they would say transformation. So for them, this metric was of no use. While there were some teams, where they were having, some kind of agility. So over there, we measured it. Improvement will also be for those teams only, right? Those who are already matured, maybe not much improvements can be done for them. So yes, separate were done. And as you see, later on, when we move to the same tool, over there also you will see there is a lot of discrepancy. I was working, with 40 products in my current engagement, and there were 40 product owners. Everyone was told to write the mission, and it was very tough for them, right? You could imagine, and they were at all different levels of maturity.
Yeah, okay, Rogan. Thank you for sharing your insights. Truly
Yeah.
respected.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, one solution is not
Thanks.
there, but yeah.
Thanks, Balaji. Any more questions?
Yeah, sorry, I was not monitoring the chat. Did we see anything?
Sure. There is
Oh,
one
feedback.
question.
Uh-huh.
LPM implementation will change entire portfolio structure. How organization is taking this change?
Yes, correct. So I think we discussed, right. So you can do it. Some people can do it at the team level. If you have scaled agile and there is a lean portfolio management, you have a portfolio Kanban at the topmost level, then only it will be possible for you to do, for the entire organization. It will not start, right at the top. It will start, it has to be organic. First, you have to take the teams, you have to get the teams correctly. Then you have to go to the program level. All the programs need to be aligned. And then if there is a portfolio kind of a structure where in a particular portfolio, maybe there is a large solution. I had all these complexities in a particular portfolio. There was a large solution. One train was doing good, another not really good. Based on these assessments, right? That is how you'll proceed. And then ultimately it will go to the topmost layer where enterprise OKRs, we are able to track or not is decided. Okay, any other questions? So I've shared some links, if you want to join Safe Collaborate, you can join. If you want, you are a Scrum Master, you want to do a quick retrospective, feel free to use that link. I'm not sure those who have already done the Safe certification, they have tried Safe Collaborate. I still see a lot of people are not familiar. Safe is planning to charge heavily, right? Some people ask why we are paying so much renewal fees. It is for these kind of tools. So please make best use of it. Okay. Any other questions or are we on time? Yeah.
We are on track. We are on time.
Okay.
Thanks, Rohan, for a wonderful session to give a quick overview of the tools which we can use for the safe implementation perspective. So, yes, we would like to issue a digital certificate for taking your time and effort for being presenting in this session, in this topic. Thanks. We will pass it over to your email address. And folks, this is the end of sessions on track 2, the current Zoom session. The track 1 fight is already on. The product management fire state chart getting started. The panelists is getting ready. So let's get started. We will wrap up this Zoom and we all can join the main room so that we can get engaged with the fireside chat. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thanks. See you there.